What is up, everybody? It's your girl Gigi the Master Manifester, and I am back with another video. So today I'm going to be doing a reading on Nique and her ex-boyfriend boyfriend Dwayne. I'm not going to take too long getting into this video at all. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the music. Pay attention to the lyrics and the music. That's going to be a good indication of what Spirit is saying, as well as the energy of the question that I'm asking. So just pay attention to that. If anybody's interested in booking a personal reading, click the link down below in the description box. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get straight into it. Ashe, let's get it. I'm gonna just start how I typically do my breakup readings. Again, if anybody's interested in booking a personal reading, I have my links down below. I always recommend people starting out with a Who's Your Folks ancestor reading. And then if you're trying to get insights into your relationship, of course you would book a relationship reading, which is on my website as well. So question number one, I'm going to ask, why did they break up from each person's perspective? All right, let's start with Nique. All right, why did they break up from Nique's perspective? Why did her and Dwayne break up from her perspective? Okay, Page of Swords, very interesting. All right, why did they break up from Dwayne's perspective? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now, each time I shuffle the cards, it's like I'm cutting myself. So what first came to my mind, because this never happens, it just feels like it's hurting me to shuffle the card. So let me pause this music. So I feel like somebody's saying very hurtful things. Like somebody's saying something and all I heard in my head was like words cut deep, words cut deep. So that's what I get from that. So I asked about Nique, why did they break up from Dwayne's perspective? All right. So we got the Two of Swords for Dwayne. Very, very interesting. Okay. Let me move these cards so I can make sure y'all can see. The song that is playing is called Nature Feels by Frank Ocean. First card, so we got for Nique, the Page of Swords. So this card represents new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge. This is interesting because the song is playing. So it says curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, restless and mental energy. So this is an air sign and an earth sign card. So when I see the Page of Swords, I always think about somebody who's airheaded. I always think of somebody who is just like all over the place, like cannot figure out like what they want to do, what their ideas are. Like it's just always a new idea, always a new plan, always a new this. Like it's never like, I just feel like there's never a sense of like certainty with this person, which is kind of like, it kind of sucks, you know? Also with this card representing communication, think about what that represents in a relationship. It's like, okay, if one person is always just like kind of like unpredictable, just going with the wind, that's what this sign is here. That's what this card is here. Just going with the wind. I'm blown, what they be saying, wherever the wind blows me, that's this person. Okay, so I said, why did they break up from Nique's perspective? So she feels like that about him. Like he just needs to figure out what he want to do. And I feel like the communication is coming from both ends, because within the tarot, the swords represent communication. So look, the sword is here, and then here you got two swords here with the heart covered. So what a contrast. So let's pull some clarifiers and see why they broke up from his perspective, from her perspective. Why did you guys break up? Nique, from Nique's perspective, why did you guys break up? I do feel a lot of sexual energy with them. A lot of sex with no protection. That's what I'm feeling for them. Look, mother, nurturing. Father, bruh, mother and father. Oh my gosh, rebel, free spirit. That's Dwayne all the freaking way. I think it's him, but he could also see her the same way because this is a woman on the card. So he could feel the same way. Peacekeeper, serenity, mineral, solidness, spirit guide, shaman. So there is a spirit guide that's trying to step forward, but for the sake of the reading, I feel like let's try to stay on topic as much as possible because I am curious, like, why did they break up? Like, if they broke up, like, what was the reason? This is just a peek at the card. So there is a shaman, a woman who's stepping forward. And so I'm just going to go ahead and, like, just give it to you guys straight. So from Nique's perspective, she feels like with her being a mom and him being a dad, it's like I see Nique trying to start a family, settle down and stuff like that. But this person is doing certain things that's making her want to like revert into this rebel energy, okay? So I do see it coming through on both sides for both of them, the rebel. And I think about it, two hard-headed people together, it's like, I understand why they break up, make up, break up, make up. Because again, she feels like he's just like, la, 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 la. And she's like, I can't be like that. Like, I'm a mother. Like, and I think he knows that, but it's just, I don't feel like men understand, like, when you're a mom, like, that's like 24/7. Or at least she feels this way. But she does have help. So that helps a lot. But at the same time, she's still a mother. You know, the mom is like always going to be considered like the primary parent. Like, especially if the mom and dad are not together. That's just typically how it is. Some situations might be a little bit different, but in this case, that is what is happening. So there's this balance of them both being parents, but it's like she's like feeling like she's trying to keep the peace about something, because you got the peacemaker card here. So she's trying to keep the peace, but this gives me air energy, air and fire, and then this is earth, but this is also air. Because if you look at these two cards, look, you got like the open air, like you're up in the mountains. This gets like in the mountains, and then here it's like up in the air, in the mountains, right? So it's that same energy. So you have the earth, fire, air. The full moon is also here, but then you have here, you have earth and air. So what this means to me, the earth sign energy is about stability, okay? Things being solid, things being, you know, concrete. Like, to me, this gives me like family, marriage, investments, okay? I feel like Nique is trying to be on that. She's trying to be on that, like, okay, we have a firm foundation together, not just like, okay, yeah, you got your thing, I got my thing. Like, Nique is trying to come together, like, as a family. Because if you look, it's a mom here with the boy, it's a dad here with the boy. So it's clear, like, I think that it has something to do with this dynamic, the parenting dynamic, okay? So free spirit card, mineral, shaman. So let's pull a couple more clarifiers and see what we get. Why did they break up from Nique's perspective? Oh, I'm a caveman. Doing wild things in a wild land. All right. Why did they break up from Nique's perspective? Why did they break up from Nique's perspective? Also with the tarot, let me know, is Nique the air sign or is Dwayne the air sign or earth sign? Sexual abuse indicated. So I think Nique may have possibly dealt with sexual abuse, or either Dwayne did. But that is coming up. I think if this happened to Dwayne, this could make sense like the sexual energy that's trying to come through. So this could definitely be a problem because, let me read to y'all this card. Trauma bonds, codependent, broken spirit, nobody protected you, distorted realities, therapy, no sense of self, denial, abuse. So this is not a good card to get. This card indicates childhood trauma. Okay, sexual abuse to be exact. Also, you have warning, manifesting lack and financial limitations. So I think that from, I don't know who, I cannot tell who was the one. Let me see. I can see who was the one who got sexually abused. Typically, I just ask the card. I'm like, was it a man or a woman? Show me a man or a woman on the card. Let me do that. Who dealt with sexual abuse before I try to like break down the message? Who dealt with sexual abuse? Who is this that dealt with sexual abuse? Nique or Dwayne? Show me a man on the card for him. Show me a woman on the card for her. Who dealt with this? All right, so this card just fell. I think the woman. So this would be Nique. So there's some childhood trauma coming up for Nique that I really want her to like, if this, you know, if this happened to her, I want her to dig deeper with that, because this card here, you got the woman, look at the body. This is very interesting. You know, like Nique with the surgeries, and, you know, some people are like, well, if you had the money to do it, like, do it, etc., etc. It's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, multiple surgeries, it's like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I say that with love, because I do like Nique. But what I'm getting here, I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. Like, if this is her dealing with the sexual abuse, this is going to play into, this is playing into the relationship. Because I asked, why did they break up from Nique's perspective? Okay, so seeing some childhood trauma come up. Then you have, so the air sign. So this is kind of giving me his energy of like, remember I was talking to y'all about the ideas, and I feel like she just wants him to like find something and like stick with it or whatever, but he's just kind of all over the place. And that's crazy to say because he is what you would consider successful. I'm not sure if he's still a professional athlete, but you know, you would consider him to be a successful person, so you wouldn't think you have to tell somebody something like this. But obviously we know, you know, with athletes, I'm not going to say they have a clear path, because, you know, nobody just has a clear path. But, you know, when you're playing sports, you're playing sports. When you're done playing sports, it's kind of like hard for you to like figure out what's next for you, or like who you are, and just kind of like battling and trying to figure out like who you are, who you want to be, how you want to show up in the world. So I think for her, that's just not solid enough for her. That's not like concrete enough for her. Like, he's not showing her anything for her to feel like he's serious about her. That's what I'm seeing. Like, outside of a tattoo, or outside, you know, like below the surface. Like, she wants something that is concrete, set in stone. All right, I'll pull a couple more clarifiers from the same deck. Spirit, why did they break up from Nique's perspective? Oh shit, the card I just saw. Why did they break up from Nique's perspective? Hidden messages. She saw something in his phone. Yep, she saw some. Look what's on the top. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Ain't he a basketball player? Abuse? I hope he have not abused her. This could also be talking about the childhood trauma coming up. This could be, so this could be multiple things. Like, I'm not going to put that on somebody and just be like, oh yeah, they were abused. But the abuse is coming up. So this could show either he's abusing her, which I will get clarity on. Like, is he abusive? I would hope not. But I do want to clarify, like, if I'm putting information out there, like, let it be known. So let me ask, was Dwayne abusing Nique? Was Dwayne abusing Nique? Yes or no? One card, yes or no? Was he abusing her? It says yes. Wow. love, compassion, creativity, new feelings, spirituality, intuition, new baby, proposal, and marriage. This just confirms everything that I was saying of like pioneering, leading, alpha, dominance, ambitious, originality, water. So who's the water sign? Who's the water sign, you guys? I'm gonna go ahead and leave this card out. That's the Ace of Cups. So I do think that abuse was involved. Also, with these two cards representing communication, this could definitely be verbal abuse. Like cussing you out, you know, like talking about you, saying certain things about you. That's just like breaking you down as a person, as a human being. That's the energy I'm kind of feeling. But, you know, because this has a person's mouth shut. So I think that it does have something to do with abuse. And I hate to be the one to break it, you know what I'm saying? But one thing about me, I'm not finna cap. Like, just get on this camera and just be capping. So yeah, so I asked, why did they break up from Nique's perspective? So it said, you helped me find my smile again. I just feel like with him, it's such an up and down thing. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like, and for her, she needs something more solid. She needs something to where she like, I know for a fact my man is not going to do this. I know for a fact my partner is not going to cheat on me or walk away from me, or like just the simple stuff, you know, like every woman wants to feel secure within their relationship. So I just think that's what is important to her, especially as a mom. Like that's very, very, very important to know that, you know, this is the person you're choosing to love. This person is going to love your child as well. But if this person is not treating you with the utmost respect, how can they treat your child with the utmost respect? So that's what's coming through for why they broke up from Nique's perspective. So let me ask, why? Oh, so we already got the answer for Dwayne. Why they broke up from his perspective? Lesser of two evils, no right choice, confusion, indecision, information overload. This is a Libra card, the air sign. Let me show y'all what this card looks like upright. Look at this. The eyes are covered. The heart is covered. This person does not want to be hurt. This person has their heart covered. They're not letting anybody in. They're guarded. They're guarded. So this says duality, togetherness, a settling of the energy, union, love, and balance. So let me get some clarity. Spirit, why did they break up from Dwayne's perspective? Quit breaking my heart. He feel like Nique is doing something that's hurting him. It must be the communication. Why did they break up from Dwayne's perspective? Earth sign, narcissist. So does Dwayne have a deceased dad or a deceased grandfather? Because that spirit will be trying to step forward currently. And also trying to communicate with him through a dream. So I am going to try, you know, to keep this focused on the reading and not really try to get too much into the ancestral reading, you know. But if you guys want to book a personal reading, feel free. We will get all into it. I need to plug up my... One second. All right. There is a spirit, a grandfather or a father. Look at this. They're likely to abuse you physically. This was upright. Let me show y'all. The deck was like this. So this card was there. So it's not spot on. So I feel like they're both abusive to each other. And this says physically. I was gonna say verbally, but I mean, this will make sense from things we've seen online. I'm not going to say too much, but we've already seen things online. Like, we all know Nique got hands, okay? We know Nique got them hands, and Nique is a tall girl, so like of course he's bigger and taller than her, but you know what I'm saying. It look like Nique hits hard. Like I'm not about to lie, like never finna cap. Like Nique, she look like she got a little power behind her punch. So with that being said, you know, it doesn't make it right or wrong, like point blank period, whether it's him or her. I just feel like it's both parties. And I think that it's probably for a good reason if this is why it's not an if, this is what Spirit is saying, abuse is involved. I will get clarity and see, is this going to be coming out? Like, is this going to make it to the media outside of me? I mean, I don't consider myself media, but I wonder, you know, is this going to come out publicly and like become a thing now that they've broken up? But I think so many people have seen them make up and break up. It's just kind of normal. Like, I didn't even want to do this reading because I'm like, yeah, they'll get back together, but what if they don't? Like, I want to make sure I do the reading. You know what I'm saying? Right now, because I like posting my readings before shit hits the fan, so that way when shit hits the fan, people can be like, oh shit, yeah, one of them, not one of them, not one of them. So all right, so this is the energy why they broke up from his perspective. He feels heartbroken. It's something that she said, and it's also something she did. He feels like she's a narcissist. Look, and the mirror card is at the bottom. So I'm just a mirror of what I see, shadow self. So they're mirroring each other. They are. They're in the same energy. If you think about it, like I was saying at the beginning, the contrast of the cards, it's the same thing. Like the swords here, the swords here. Only thing I would say, because this would actually be Nique, this would actually be him, because I said, why did they break up from his perspective, from her perspective over here? So this will be him. Why did they break up from his perspective? So this will be her. If you think about it, that's how I know he's the one that's kind of like confused up in the clouds, because look at the clouds. Which this is air sign, but look at the sky. It's a clear sky. But this person got their eyes covered, so you can't even see what's happening around you. But I would say this person is more intuitive. They can see like beyond. I would even say I was even feeling like possibly one of them, Nique had a dream about something, and that's how she found out, because this is a dream card right here that says spiritual training ground. This is a dream card. So yeah, this could be how it came out, okay? Or how something came out through a dream. So let me clarify. Let's get some clarity. Why did they break up from Dwayne's perspective? Why did they break up? Why did y'all break up? Writer, words. This is a man in a dark room. Instinct, animal. This is the, look at this, it's a mountain animal. That same mountain energy is coming through. So, writer, words. Let's see. I just feel like he is in a dark space. And it would kind of make sense because of the confusion energy here. But this is a man in a dark room writing. It look like he ain't took a shower in days. It's just like, I don't feel motivated to do nothing, you know? But this is the type of person, like, Dwayne will write down how he feels. Like, in them notes, in that phone, he writes how he feels. Or either he has a real journal. I feel like, I'm going to just be the one to say it. I feel like they both have done wrong. Like, it's something in her phone. He done seen something in her phone. She done seen something in his phone. But what it is y'all are breaking up, making up, breaking up, making up. So it's a fine line between what's cheating and what's not cheating. Like, be for real. Like, this is like childish. Like, the abuse part, that's just dumb. But the games that they're playing is childish. And the crazy thing is, I would even assume that they are twin flames, because the energy that's coming through is they're mirroring each other. It's the same energy from the abuse, from the communication, you know, You saying your words cutting deep, her words cutting deep. It's like you're trying to hurt a person. Look, you got this sword in your hand. This, you know, she got 2 swords in her hand. So it kind of gives me, okay, he started that kind of relationship, and now she does that, but she's guarding herself. She's guarding herself from getting hurt. So I think that that's why they broke up. So let me ask, who ended it? Who ended the relationship between the two? Who ended the relationship? Nique or Dwayne? Who ended the relationship? Oh my God. Stalker alert. So I would say she did, because the reason I say she did is because a stalker alert is a woman. She's just like in the mirror admiring herself, and this man is just like looking at her, just like creeping. So I think that he is in love with her. Like, he's madly in love with her. Look at her legs. I just picked up on that, like bruises. I would hope he's not being abusive to her. Like, I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But to me, y'all tell me what y'all think, cause this ain't adding up to me. Like, I just did not expect that. You know what I'm saying? Also with the this card here is crazy. But I said they broke up. Why did they break up? Who left who, or whatever the case may be. I just feel like it has something to do with, I'm not going to say the problem is because of sex, but the card that came out for Nique was like hidden messages. So she saw something in his phone. So is it that he was sleeping with somebody else? She saw that in his phone? Because look, this is the card. And then this is the card I had ended up getting for Nique. So this gives me like pussy whipped. But this wasn't really necessarily related to that. But I mean, it kind of all is related. So I would say that's what happened. It's something like either he sent a dick pic, because that would actually make sense with these 2 cards together. Let me see. These two cards here make me think that hidden messages. Like, okay, saw something in your phone, saw a dick pic in your phone, something like that. But again, like I said, it's a fine line. Like, y'all playing a dangerous game. That's why I don't do that taking break stuff. Like, either we're together or we're not. If we're not together, then we're not together. Like, don't play those type of games with people. That's very, like, toxic to me. Because it's giving you don't know what you want. And I think that's what's giving Nique the idea that he doesn't know what he wants, because he'll easily let her go because he feel like they're gonna always keep doing this. And I think, I'm gonna be honest with you, the energy that's coming through for me, and I'm just gonna read them for filth real quick. I feel like he kind of gives me this vibe, like, not a dictator, but he is an authority figure. So I feel like he's that masculine role, and he plays that down. Okay, like, not plays it down, like, he plays that up. Like, he feels like he's one of those men that feel like his way or the highway. Yeah, so that's different, but not different, but it's just, it's a no for me. In 2024, it's a no for me. Because this is your energy. It's like you're trying to be a dictator, but it's like within your own energy, you all over the place. And that's giving like confused. Like, how's a woman to follow behind a man and he don't even have a clear plan for his life, clear plan for his kids? This is all alleged, of course, for entertainment purposes only. This is just my own personal take on it, but I have no reason to sit on here and cap. So this is what I'm getting. I personally think that they're mirroring each other in unhealthy ways, you know, from cheating or lying. You know, lying is you're not telling the full truth. You're telling some of the truth. Seeing things in each other's phones, like just this cat and mouse kind of thing. That's the energy I get from them. Will they be getting back together? Yes or no? I know you fucking lying. I don't care. That shit's for the birds. This is a woman with black nails. Okay, someone just really doesn't give a fuck. So I think Nique is gonna move on. I think right now Dwayne doesn't care. Well, I would say Nique doesn't care too. They both don't care because it said, I know you fucking lying. I don't care. Look, see? I don't care. IDC. That shit for the birds. So it's something that he did where she's just like, hell no, I'm done. And then it's like someone just really doesn't give a fuck. I think it's him, like, it's like in the sense of like, okay, he don't give a fuck. He just doing whatever now. And then it's also like her, like, I don't care. Like, I'm done. Like, I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm this. I know I'm that. I know I'm a good mom. So this is the 5 of cupcakes. And this card always shows me like a woman moving on. Because look, you got a woman kissing a man. And look at the old man crying. Okay? So, this is how this is playing out. So I do think that they might be done for good. Let me ask the tarot. Are they going to get back together? Yes or no? Are they going to get back together? It says yes. I'm cracking up. It says yes. Creativity, romantic, charm, imagination, beauty, knight in shining armor, following the heart, Prince Charming, and proposals. If they get back together, he's going to come with some type of proposal. But he better, because I got the feeling that this new person might already be in the picture. So he better hurry up. And he better get his shit together. Look at all of this. Look at this energy. This is like similar energies. And if you look, and this is why I always try to get you guys to pay attention to the symbolism with the cards. Look at how the positioning of the cards are. He's looking in the past. And then you got this middle card here, which is just like kind of face forward. But this one just kind of came. So let's just look at these two. This one's looking in the past. This one's looking forward. But is she even really looking? Because her eyes are covered. Her heart is covered. And she really is not even aware of what's happening. So this kind of gives me a person that like this point of her life is like, I don't want to say traumatic, but when she looks back, it's going to be blurry. You know how those certain moments of your life, it's just too much. And for whatever reason, the way that the brain is processing it, it's just like, I can barely even keep up. I can barely remember. I don't know what today is. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. That's the energy I get. So just a lot of mental, not really even mental conflict. But like this says, difficult decisions, weighing options, avoidance, and deadlock. But remember, it came reversed, lesser of two evils. Which makes so much sense because I was talking about the abuse. No right choice, confusion, indecision, information overload. I feel like looking at the full picture, they're both so much alike. They're mirroring each other. So if they do get back together, they will. I do see an engagement. Let me see. Are there kids? Will they have any kids soon? Let me see. Because it said, they will get back together. But if they choose not to get back together, then that's just that. But what I'm seeing right now, they will get back together. Will they have kids within the next 1 year? They have kids within the next year. Fling thing. Timing. Nique wants them. I'm not seeing kids. I'm not seeing kids with them. But Nique is waiting. She does want a kid with him. But she does want to get married. I think that if she leave him this time and start talking to somebody else, he going to be trying to propose. Which is crazy because you could have been did that. But yeah, this is the reading on Nique and Dwayne. Thank you guys so much for watching. If anybody is interested in booking a personal reading or joining my mentorship, I have my links down below in the description box. My website is www.mastermanifestor888readings.com. If you're interested in purchasing crystals, crystal jewelry, incense, or any other spiritual products, you can go to my main website, which is my metaphysical store. Down below in the description box, mastermanifestor888.com. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is Juju the Master Manifestor, and I am out.